Now we are discussing about the some examples. The first example paper is PH 4501 Unit 3 lecture number 7. The first example is determine the, I repeat, the first example is determine the bias resistors RB for fixed bias as shown in the figure A. This is your figure A. This is your figure B. It is already given in the lecture 2 and lecture 3 and collected to base bias, and compare the stability factor S for the two circuit. Here we are taking VCC is equal to 12 volt, RL is equal to 330 ohm, IB is equal to zero point 0.3 volt, 0.3 milliampere, beta is equal to 100, and VC equivalent is equal to 6 volt. To solve this, we are first of all take the fixed bias circuit. Now from the circuit RB is equal to, from the circuit RB is equal to VCC upon IB, and this is equal to 12 upon 0.3 milliampere, and it is equal to 40 kilo ohm. This is equal to 40 kilo ohm. For the collector to base bias circuit, RB is equal to VCEQ upon IB, it is equal to 6 volt upon zero point 0.3 milliampere, it is equal to 20 kilo ohm. So we get the, for the fixed bias circuit, RB is equal to 40 kilo ohm, and for the collector to base bias circuit, RB it is equal to 20 kilo ohm. Both the circuit is given in the lecture number 2 and lecture number 3. The stability factor S for fixed bias, the stability factor S for fixed bias, it is equal to beta plus 1, it is equal to 100 plus 1, it is equal to 101, 101 for collector to base bias circuit. Now for the collector to base bias circuit, S is equal to beta plus 1 upon 1 plus beta RL upon RL plus RB. This is equal to 100 plus 1 upon 1 plus 100 into 330 divided by 330 plus 20,000. This is equal to 101 upon 1 plus 1.65, and this is equal to 38.2. We are getting the value of S. This will make a considerably more stable circuit as far as variations in the Q point are discussed. Due to the temperature causing ICO, what happened now, the effective is the bias circuit testing changes in the operating point. So this is, in this way we are find out the value of stability factor S for the two circuits given here. The relation is given as 1000 into 330, it is equal to, next one is the nearly 33 kilo ohm, and it is already discussed in your reference book. So for this clear, you can see your reference book. That means the book name is the the writer of the book is the Alan Motorshed. Next example is second example. This is your second example. Determine the bias resistor RB. It is given in lecture 4 and 5 to provide a base bias current, zero point 0.3 milliampere using the characteristic curves. Also calculate the stability S comparing it with fixed bias circuit, here beta is equal to 100. Again here beta is equal to 100. For this, again we are discussing here the figure is common emitter amplifier with emitter bias resistor Re, which is given in lecture 4 and 5, and the transistor characteristics curve with DC load line, it is given in the example 1. It is already drawn in example 1. So by using these figures we calculate and we determine the value of stability S. So for here IC is equal to 0, VC is equal to VCC, and it is equal to 12 volt. This is your first. Second way, VCE is equal to 0. At that time IC is equal to VCC upon RL plus RE, that is equal to 12 upon 0.33 kilo ohm plus 0.1 kilo ohm, and it is equal to 12 upon 0.43 kilo ohm, and it is equal to VCE is equal to 28, sorry, IC is equal to 28 milliampere. Now for IB is equal to 0.3 milliampere, at, and the ICQ is equal to 18 milliampere, VCEQ is equal to 4.25 volt. Note here that since the DC load line is not a steep now a bias of 0.3 milliampere no longer provides a Q point in the center of the characteristics, and a lower value would be better, that means 0.25 milliampere or 0.2 milliampere. This is one of the drawback of emitter bias. To operate at the same quiescent point, Q point, the value of VCC would have to be increased if RB is kept constant. Or we can say that RB increased if VCC held constant. Either way, a drop in efficiency is the price one pays for the increased stability. It was shown before that IBRB it is equal to IBRB it is equal to VBB minus VBE minus ICRE. For germanium transistor, VBE is nearly equal to 0.2 volt, and for silicon transistor, VBE is nearly equal to 0.6 volt. Now here we assume that it is germanium transistor, therefore RB it is equal to VBB minus VBE minus ICRE upon IB. This is equal to 12 minus 0.2 minus 18 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 0.1 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 0.3 into 10 raised to minus 3, and this is equal to 12 minus 0.2 minus 1.8 divided by 0.3 into 10 raised to minus 3, and this is equal to 33 kilo ohm. This is equal to 33 kilo ohm. This is the value of RB. Now calculate the stability factor. To calculate the stability factor, S is equal to beta plus 1 upon 1 plus beta RE upon RE plus RB. This is equal to 100 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 100 into 100 divided by 100 plus 33,000, and this is equal to 101 upon 1 plus zero point 0.3, and this is equal to 77. This is not a great reduction in stability factor S. Therefore, it is nearly 101 to reduce the 77. But this is due to the relatively large ratio of RB upon RE. The large ratio of RB upon RE. So the ratio RB upon RE, it is equal to 33 kilo ohm upon zero point 0.1 kilo ohm, and it is equal to 330. It is equal to 330. This indicates the dependence of stability factor S upon RB upon RE. The curves are drawn for the different value of beta, since the worst case of S is equal to beta plus 1 is when RB upon RE is very large. The curves confirm that for beta of 100 there is a little reduction in S when RB upon RE is as much as 330. Now we are discussing the last numericals, example 3. Example 3, this is your example 3. Determine the value of R1 and R2. The figure is voltage divider circuit, lecture 5 and 6. To provide a base bias current IB is equal to 0.3 milliampere, so as to locate the operating point. That means last example 1's graph, same graph, at IC key is equal to 18 milliampere, VCE key is equal to 4.25 volt, and here S is equal to 10 and beta is equal to 100. So for this we know that VBB is equal to IBRB dash plus VBE plus ICRE, that is equal to 0.3 into 10 raised to minus 3 into RB dash plus 0.2 into 18 into 10 raised to minus 3 plus 18 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 0.1 into 10 raised to 3. This is nothing but ICRE, this is nothing but VBE, and this is nothing but IBRB dash. And this is equal to 0.3 into 10 raised to minus 3 into RB dash plus 2 into RB dash plus 2. This is as far as one can go without choosing a value of RB dash. Since RE has been chosen as 0.1 kilo ohm, RE is chosen as 0.1 kilo ohm. The selection of RB dash will determine the stability factor S. When RB dash has been selected, the required bias resistors can be determined. So from the curve of S in the last example 1 against RB upon RE for beta is equal to 100, a reduction of S from 101 to 10 would be accomplished by making RB upon RE nearly equal to 0. Therefore, RB is equal to R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2 and VCC, VBB is equal to VCC into R2 upon R1 plus R2. Here R1 plus R2 1 kilo ohm, it is equal to R1 R2, and R1 plus R2 2.3, it is equal to 12 R2. Here R1 plus R2 is equal to R1 R2, and R1 plus R2, it is equal to 12 times R2. So from the second equation, 2.3 R1 plus 2.3 R2, it is equal to 12 R2. So 2.3 R1 is equal to 9.7 R2. Therefore, R1 is equal to 9.7 upon 2.3 R2. It is equal to 4.2 R2. Substitute this in our first equation, then 4.2 R2 plus R2 into 1K, it is equal to 4.2 R2 into R2, that means 5.2 into 1, it is equal to 4.2 R2 into R2, that means 5.2 K, it is equal to 4.2 R2. Therefore, R2 is equal to 1.24 kilo ohm, and R1 is equal to 4.2 R2, and it is equal to 4.2 into 1.24 K, it is equal to 5.2 kilo ohm. It is equal to 5.2 kilo ohm. The last, the actual value of S is equal to stability factor beta plus 1 upon 1 plus beta Re upon Re plus Rb dash. It is equal to 100 plus 1 upon 1 plus 100 into 0.1 divided by 0.1 plus 1. It is equal to 101 divided by 1 plus 10 upon 1.1. So this S is equal to 101 divided by 1 plus 9.1. It is equal to 101 divided by 10.1, and it is equal to 10. This is our final value of the S. That's all. Thank you.